Here we have a game from No Mercy in the XM. Apparently this is a fairly difficult tank to do really well in with the BR it is. I'm not 100% sure, being I don't play a lot of high BRs at the moment. I do have them in the German tech tree and stuff, but I'm really curious. It kind of looks like a Kemp Panzer 70 just from looking at it, taking a screenshot just from the thumbnail. But we're going to see just what No Mercy K2 can do here. I love a lot of these modern tanks as well, and I need to get used to a lot of their technology. I feel like these vehicles have so much going for them. And if you can really get the technology and the different rounds down and everything that these things can do, I feel like you can really just annihilate on the battlefield. Now he's using this cover here, just kind of staying over to the left-hand side, which is pretty smart. And wow, what a super shaky aimer. I thought these newer vehicles maybe had a bit more of, were a bit more stable on its targeting system. Maybe that's Gaijin's replay system, I'm not 100% sure. Now he may be cutting, there's some enemies marked on the map right behind him. And I don't know if there was an enemy that was just, maybe that was an enemy that was just taken out. Doing the classic YOLO that you sometimes see. Okay, sometimes I have to fix it and go back into the first player game player mode. It falls out of that sometimes when doing the replay. Alright, he's got some team support here, so anything happens in front of him, these guys all look knocked out. He's got some pretty good cover here. Now this is just a mean looking tank. And it's almost funny how you even see a lot of, you're entering this World War II, oh, and coming up right behind the enemy, getting them where they least expect it, and constantly being on the move. That is the common denominator that I see a lot of the times when watching excellent replays. I learn a ton from you guys when you send them in and I'm watching them and I'm reacting to them for the first time, is the constant movement, looking around, being observant. That is one big thing I notice about players that do really good and have really good games compared to those that don't get a lot of kills and don't have a lot of good games. Then they'll just sit there a lot. Now he's in a really good place here. Super advantageous, and just being able to get these guys just through the little cracks and through the pillars and stuff. Now it sounds like there may be stuff over to the right. There's things definitely marked on the map. Now I've kind of been bouncing around my train of thought. I'll get back to what I was saying in a little bit, but there's a lot going on here. But yeah, okay, what I was saying, even though it looks like there may be something off to the left, is that it's funny because this is a World War II map, and you even see the destroyed Panthers and the Tigers, and it's almost like they all time traveled these modern tanks to this past time during World War II to fight. That's what it kind of makes me feel like every time I see these more modern tanks enter this Advance of the Rhine map. And the music is just so much more epic. Now, I've said this before when reviewing replays or even doing gameplays of more modern BR vehicles. The music for some reason seems to be a little bit more loud compared to the lower BRs from my experience. Now I'm guessing K2 is a soccer fan with his, uh-oh, no time to talk about soccer. Wow, excellent taking out the enemy here. Now he's got a fairly good position. Very smart to shoot smoke there because that enemy looked like he could have gotten some shots off just between some of those dead tanks and put him in a bad spot. Now, it sounds like... Oops. I don't know what was going there, but... I don't know why it was like fading in and out. But yeah, heard a push there, coming through. He's paying attention to where that sound was coming from and then took the shot right as he was seeing him. And what is that an advertisement for? Love thy brother. Love thy spouse. Now, is that's got to be... Oh, I was going to say, I thought that was an enemy. Sometimes you don't quite see those in the replay game setting mode, but I was going to say that he may be in a lot of trouble there. Okay, looks like he just got shot or hit by something. I don't know if they were advertising so much for love during the war. Now he's here in either a push or... Oh! This thing may actually have some impressive armor. So far he's taken a couple shots and nothing has really happened to his tank. Now what is that? Oh! Oh, unfortunate, but 5 kills, 1 death, over 1,400 points. And that leopard, what looks like, is able to get that shot right off. It looks like he had turned just a little bit too much. But he was in a good spot. Now having to start all the way back from the beginning, there may be a lot of ground to gain here because from looking at the map, there's enemies pretty close to the spawn and there is not a lot of ground that has been taken by his own team. So there may need to be a lot of work here. Whoa. Apparently you can even drift in a tank too.
Yes, a hit.
Apparently he got a hit from who knows how and where. Wow, a lot of enemies marked on the map. A lot of potential. K2 here is going to have to be pretty careful. Using that smoke to hopefully get himself across and maybe in a different position. Yeah, I definitely would look that way too, especially since there was a lot of marked targets. Now there is some, it looks like, that may be coming down this road. These modern tanks are extremely loud. Is it just me, or do they seem to be a lot louder than some of the older tanks? I love how the buildings just fall apart in this. Wow. Oh, and yep, it looks like he may have seen some guy coming down, so he's in a great position. Ooh, and takes him out. Who knew that tiny little tap on the building would have taken the whole thing out? Can he actually roll over that now? He probably can. Wow, there's a lot of targets coming down this way. This has got to be making him pretty nervous. Now, I don't know exactly what the reload is on this thing, but my experience from World of Tanks, the reload is long on a Kampfpanzer, which that's not exactly what this thing is. So it kind of leaves myself guessing exactly what's going to happen here. Now, if he could go up and around that rubble, but wow, excellent shot. Had a soft target there. And there's more pushing through here. Can he not drive over this rubble and then come up from behind him? It doesn't look like it'd be that steep, but maybe not. It looked like the XM just kind of bounced, or looks like it was hitting a boundary or wall a little bit. And he backed up and hit it a bit. Now there was that Yag Tiger. Now, yeah, that Yag Tiger's got his number. He knows he's there. Oh. Ooh. Getting an excellent hit off. Now, he really knows his armor in this thing. Now, I was gonna say he's not very well positioned there. He is definitely exposing his entire weak side to the enemy. It's like here's my weak spot. Go ahead and take it. Must have known that his reload was a lot faster. Knowing your enemy's reload compared to your own is a huge helper. Just stating the obvious. Alright, now looks like they're able to take back B, which is great, making a bit of a comeback when it looked a bit hopeless when he had just joined. Alright, we got the theatrical. Wow. Uh-oh. He is in a bit of a messed up state right here, but is able to take out the enemy. Now, it looks like there may be something around his barrel that's red, but I don't even know what that is. If that's going to prohibit him from being able to shoot, it doesn't look like it. Oh, some... like the scope, the eyes. Wow, this thing flies going backwards. Oh, holy cow. That was super smart. I had no idea that there was a plane coming in to do whatever that was that he was doing. Wow, negative, going 50 kilometers an hour backwards, impressive. These things can fly. He may need to repair something. Maybe his teammate sounds behind him. Enemy is now taken back B, kind of. And he's just working this road. Now I have been to that dome. I believe this is in Cologne. And that cathedral is massive. The town looks completely different. Obviously, I'm pretty sure, even looking at historical photos, it was this messed up. They had to completely rebuild the town. Ooh. An excellent use of that third-person view there. Okay, this enemy's coming up around a corner. Ooh, knocks out his track. This could be a bit sketch. Oh, did he? Uh-oh. Oh, good shot, knocking out his barrel. This could be a very scary situation here, being a little exposed on different sides. Now, the one thing that is pretty cool about these more modernistic vehicles that I just learned from subscribers and comments, even when I was playing some of these more modern vehicles, is the fact, even if your gunner gets knocked out, there's like another trigger somewhere else that one of the other crew members can pull and can fire the cannon for the gunner if he's taken out. And he's doing pretty well here, over 2,800 points, 10 kills, 1 death. He does have 1 assist. Now, getting some assist counts as another kill as well. And it looks like he may just be panning the area, kind of looking all around here in front and behind, seeing if he can come up along the side of enemies. This is a fairly close game, but yeah, it looks like his team is now making a good comeback here and taking over B. And the enemy getting pushed back to their spawn point. And it's good for him to be right here. Kind of protects his friend. He knows he won't be getting flanked. I say that right as he leaves the position, so looks like he's still keeping an eye out on this one side. right in between these two roads here. Okay, his friend just got shot. Now, looks like it might have come right from down this road. This is only kind of a one-way area, so that may be it. Oh, and a ricochet. Wow, some lethal sloped armor there. Wow, there we go. Dang, it even threw the engine and all and got the crew. Dang. Holy cow, helicopters crashing, bombs, explosions everywhere. Okay, his friend made... Is his friend... His friend die? Couldn't tell. Looked like maybe he got knocked out. I always have to be careful as I'm getting closer to the enemy spawn not to get spotted on their radar. There was some that was just marked up along these side roads here pretty close. Ooh, this is kind of a sneaky little area. Oh, and what an excellent shot. This thing's actually quite bouncy. It's got some pretty good armor. Now, he could be top BR here, and that's why it's a little bit easier, but he's doing a really good job keeping those angles and allowing those shells to bounce off. If he goes much further, I would think he's going to get marked on the map if he's not already. It's over 3,200 points. Yeah, that Cone Dome is amazing. If you guys have not seen it or been to Germany, that is definitely... Germany has got a lot of really pretty and cool places and things to see. I really want to travel the world and be able to see a lot more. Now the tables have turned. Look at this. Now blue is just about all over red spawn. Man, gotta love these comeback games. Oh, and takes him out right as the missile hits him. Dang, what a great game. Thank you, K2. Muffin here. Stay cool and keep tanking.